What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is Black Ink Crew Chicago season 5, episode 10. It's the season finale of this current episode. Of this current season. It ain't a whole lot there, so let's just go ahead and roll through it. I'm gonna go ahead and just give y'all my breakdown because it was a really boring, for me, episode. But some good things happened. So we start the episode off. Everybody's talking about this new shop. Now, Ryan let them know, hey, I got this new shop going on. We're going to be doing some new things, but he hasn't really given anybody any details. They said Ryan hasn't really been around. He's been over at the new shop getting all that stuff straight. Ryan said, look, I got some things going on at the new shop, and that's what I'm trying to do. He said, I don't know what it's going to look like as far as who's going to be there, who's not, and all that. But everybody is just kind of like, what's going on, right? So, I'm just going to go through what everybody got going on, and then we're going to get to the grand opening of the new 9 mag. So, this review probably ain't going to be that long. Don is doing really well. Don, he was he got the Amazon show. On Amazon Prime. They called him back for season 2. He's going to be a series regular. So, he's got that job. He has to go to New York to film. It was really cool. Happy for Don. He was like, look, I don't know what's going on with the shop, but this give me an opportunity to do some other things, make some money, trying to put down some roots for me and my family. Ashley, I was going to call her Danielle. Ashley wanted a house and everything, so he's been really... Oh, Lord. Excuse me. He's been really building towards that. They had to go to New York to film, and Ashley was like, we going to New York. And he was like, and you know what I love? He was like, I don't have no problem with Ashley tagging along coming, because at first I was like, what make her think she going to New York? But he was like, if she want to come, that's cool. I don't have no problem with her coming, just so she know this is business, And he said, this has moved so fast, that he's really excited about the opportunities, about maybe linking it with some other talent agencies and maybe trying to get some other bookings. When they were in New York, he was like, he was really feeling it. He's got the acting bug, and he seems to be pretty good at it. With the character that he's playing and everything like that, he's like, he knows his lines. He felt really comfortable, And he was talking to, and what I love is that she was supportive. They tried to make it seem like she was going to have a problem with it. And I was like, I know she ain't about to have no problem with this, because she the one that was like, she want a house and she want this and she want that. So, I hope you're not mad at how he... Sorry about that. I hope you're not mad about how he, going about getting it done, especially since he doing it the legit way. And it seems like he doing the whole family thing or whatever. And so she was like, I'm happy for you. I'm supporting it. I'm proud of you. Let's get this money. Let's get it. And when he was talking to her about maybe moving to LA or Atlanta, if more opportunities presented themselves, she was cool with that too. She was like, hey, it's a big move. It would be a big step, but I'm here for you. I support you. I got your back. We in this together. And so again, you can't do nothing but respect that. Happy for, for Don and his family. All right. Next up on the list is Charmaine. Let me tell y'all something. I be wanting to like Charmaine. I swear I do. Charmaine is so crass. I mean, just the stuff she let come out her mouth is just so crass. So her and Neek. First of all, Neek got this damn earring. I don't know what. It looked like a 80s hairband reject. It's like a dangling with a thunderbolt. I'm like, what is that? But she said she like it and he love it. And you know what? If they happy, I'm happy. So Charmaine said, look, she got all this stuff going on. She's trying to, expand her brand, especially since they don't know what's going on with the shop. Charmaine, why do you care? You wasn't doing nothing at the shop anyway. But she said, she's got the radio show. She does the morning spots on the morning show. She does her cooking show on YouTube. Now she has an apron line that she has. So she was like, I really just have a lot going on. And I really want to expand my brand. Like, I really want to, continue to build and expand my brand, get into more bookings and things of that nature. And you know what? Now, she a hustler, and I ain't mad at it. You follow her Instagram. She be hustling, and you can't be mad about it. So Nick was like, look, I think an app would be great. I think if you could create an app so that your fans could keep up with you and they could, order merchandise and just do things through the app. Remember when Kim Kardashian came out with her first app? Remember it broke like $1 million in one day or something crazy like that. Now, I ain't saying that Charmaine is on that level. However, that's how things, it's nothing wrong with that. And of course, Neek, being the tech guru that he is, he was like, I could put it together for you. Then of course Charmaine started going all the way off in left field, talking about 3D visions and a twerk app, and some of the stuff I knew she was being silly, but the twerk thing I think she was kind of serious about. And Nick was like, well, if you want to do it right, it's going to cost anywhere from $25,000 to $30,000. She was like, but what? 30 what? And he was like, yeah. He said, and I want to keep this professional, because I got to pay my workers. If they're going to work on it, I got to pay my employees. So, I'll send you an invoice for it. She was like, a what? A who? And so she was like, so all this stuff I be giving Neek for free, now all of a sudden he want to invoice me. And of course, y'all know, I ain't even going to go down there. Y'all know she went straight to the crassest of the crass of what she gives Neek for free, right? So she decided that she going to send him an invoice for all the things she does around the house. Honey, Neek tore that stuff up and threw it away and was like, whatever. He was like, ain't nobody. He said, it ain't even that. It ain't worth all this. She tried to charge him $200 to walk the dog and all this stuff. So it was cute. You know what I'm saying? But she was like, he going to start invoicing me, so I'm going to invoice him. It was cute. But so look out for Charmaine's app coming soon, because you know he ain't about to charge her no $30,000 to do an app. That's his boo. Whatever. Van. So what Van has going on is dealing with his daughter. Dealing with his daughter getting older and mature and doing girl things. She's 17 now, I think. She's still an honor roll student. She's driving now. She's got a little boyfriend. So last week we saw where Van found out she had the little boyfriend and how he was kind of having some problems with the dude. So he set up a meeting with him on this episode. And I can really respect, Van is crass. I mean, not crass like I was saying about Charmaine, but he's rough. He's real gruff about stuff. But I'm not mad at him for saying, look, if you're going to date my daughter, you're going to have a conversation with me. And you're going to respect me. And I'm going to come at you with respect. And you're going to come at me with respect. Because I don't feel like he was disrespectful to that young man. I do feel like he was very direct with him. And he was a little, like I said, gruff. But I don't feel like he was disrespectful. But he asked him, he was like, look, are you having sex? And of course the boy was like, he said, that ain't a hard question. Are you sexually active? He said, when I was in high school, I was fucking. Are you fucking? So I'm sure the little boy was like, because I guess the little boy was like, is that a trick question? Like, he want to know if I'm having sex now, like, am I having sex with his daughter, or have I had sex in my lifetime? So his response was, not right now. He said, okay. He said, well, what are your intentions with my daughter sexually? And he said, that's on her. And I can, I can respect the young man. He said, that's on her. He said, I just like hanging out with her. I like spending time with her. We go to the movies, we go bowling, we go skating. He was like, I'm just having fun, having fun with her. And he said, you really like my daughter, don't you? What is it about her that you like? And he went through this whole thing. She's beautiful, she's intelligent, she's this, she's that. But when he finished his sentence off with, she's just a black queen, I said, he got it. He got it. Yeah, the answer don't get much better than that. She's a black queen. The answer don't get much better than that, right? And if you could see, Van was sort of like, oh, okay. And he was calling him Mr. Johnson and calling him sir. It was a very respectful conversation. Like I said, I think that more fathers need to do those kinds of things. Like, it's all fun and cute to be like, my daughter ain't gonna date till she's 30. Okay, well, she is. And how you gonna handle it when she's ready to date? Because the more you tell her no and the more you push away, the more she's gonna want to go there. She's a young lady. And like you said, she's a beautiful young lady, and she's gonna want to date. Guys are gonna want to approach her. So so they had a nice little conversation. And when it was over with, he said, understand now, I have your number, and I have your number for a reason. He said, because me and you, we got a connection now. As long as you dating my daughter, he said, and I'm going to tell you now, I go through my daughter's phone. He said, and I see you calling her boo and baby. He said, you feel like you know my daughter long enough to be calling her boo? That little boy was like, maybe, So I thought it was a really good conversation. And when it was over with, the young man walked off and they left it at a good place. Van was basically like, look, I'm going to let you, I'm going to let y'all do what y'all do. But you just know that she got a daddy and a daddy know who you are. So I thought it was cool. And the funny thing is, he went through all that, and she probably already want another dude. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what kids do. She probably ain't even still with this dude, but it was good, and I thought it was a great scene and a great way to see how how a father really should interact with who his daughter is dealing with. Later on in the episode, we see where she's getting her first tattoo, and again, he says she's been begging, begging, begging. He was like, she's a good kid, she's earned it. I ain't crazy about kids getting tattoos. However, I definitely understand. I understand relenting at a certain point. My little cousin, it was the same way with him. He was an honor roll kid, never gave us any problems, was a really good kid, said he wanted a tattoo, and his mom was like, well, if you graduate high school with honors, you can get your tattoo. And no, was it graduation? Maybe, I'm not sure if it was his high school graduation or if it was the end of his 11th grade year. I don't remember, but I know that it was like honor. Part of it was that he had to be on the honor roll, and he did. And he showed her what he wanted. And his dad has a couple of tattoos, so his dad took him down to his tattoo artist, so he knew it was a safe environment, it was a clean environment, it was a good artist that wasn't going to mess up his tattoo, and he did it. And my thing is, would I have wished that maybe he didn't want a tattoo? Yeah, sure. But what you gonna do? You know what I mean? Because what you gonna do? Let him go out here? They come to you, and like she said, Dad, you do tattoos. And so he did the tattoo for her, and it was a cute tattoo. So anyway, that was cool. And again, I thought that was really great, and he said him and Jen, that Jen's giving him a second chance, but I ain't see Jen in this episode, and I ain't see Jen at the grand opening. Now, that don't mean that they not together anymore, but I'm just saying, I ain't see Jen. 4. 4 is in a good place now. He's feeling a lot better. What scared me, and I'm glad we're past it, but what really, really scared me, because he took all of them to the studio to play them a song, and he wrote the song about them, and basically the song was pretty much about his day ones who've been there with him, who, had his back. And he says, I really, truly love these guys. Like, real talk, outside of everything else, I really, really loved them. He said because, and what scared me was, he was like, I honestly had made up my mind on what I was going to do in Vegas. So he had decided he was going to kill himself. That's what he said. But he said, had it not been for Charmaine and Van and Ryan, I knew my brother had my back. He said, had it not been for all of them, I don't know where I would be. And that scared me. I'm so glad, I'm just so glad that things happened the way they happened, because he had made up his mind that the world just didn't need him anymore. But he made a song, and he said, he's working on his album. He's in a better headspace. He's back to doing music. He's happy, and he was like, he said, at the end of the day, I don't know what the future holds, but I know that I'm in a better place. He said, in the black community, we don't really deal with mental health the way we should. And he's right. We don't, Why you need to go to a therapist? You crazy or something? Ain't nothing wrong with you. You don't need to go talk to nobody. You talk to me, And so I'm glad that he got the help that he needed. And I'm glad that I'm glad things happened the way they happened, and he had friends there. So that was great. That's going on before. All right, we went through everybody. Now let's get to the grand opening of the new 9 Mag, okay? The grand opening of the new 9 Mag. Beautiful. It looked beautiful. It was a nice, big, open space. Looked good. Looked really good. Ryan looked like Superfly. He got the curls. He got the Superfly suit on. He looked like Superfly. But Ron been experimenting with his hair all season, and it looks nice. Now, don't get me wrong, it looks nice, but it just gave me that throwback to 1976. Superfly, But they're still there, and everybody's still trying to figure out what is going on. What's the next move? Where do we fit into the new 9 Mag? Ryan introduces his new 9 Mag staff, so of course they were like, new 9 Mag staff? What's that about? And then Ryan comes out, and of course he thanks everybody for being there and all that, and You see a moment with his parents, and he talks about his sister, because his sister was the one that gave him the money to open up his first shop, and he hopes that she's proud of who he's who he's become, the father, the businessman, all that good stuff. And then Miss Rachel is there. Rachel looked good. Rachel looked real cute. Rachel is there, and her and Ryan have a good moment together. You can tell that they're on friendly terms. And so, of course, everybody was like, are y'all back together? Y'all back together? Y'all back together? And neither one of them was really trying to answer that question. And I don't think they trying to be secretive. I think that they're in a place where they're not really sure where to define it. I think they're probably back on good speaking terms. And maybe they're moving towards getting back together, but they're just not there yet. And they're not in a position they don't really want to speak on it. Can't be mad about that. Respect that. What's his name? Kendall Kalon, the Instagram or YouTube personality. He was there, asking them, so are y'all back together? I mean, we just want to know, are y'all together? Are y'all together? Are y'all together? Anyway, him and Rachel took some pictures together and everything. So it was, of course, everybody was just like. And Charmaine was like, Charmaine was like, Rachel don't really like me and Van like that. So I'm going to just keep my distance. Because if Rachel's back on the scene, that might not work out too well for me, because, she don't, we know who rerunning things in that house, But the grand finale, Ryan gives his speech about the new 9 mag and who's coming to the new 9 mag. And he said, the old 9 mag is staying at the old 9 mag. He said, but I got to move on and do other things. He said, but I'm going to leave the old 9 mag in good hands. He said, so I'm leaving the old 9 mag with, drum roll please, Van. So, of course, everybody was like, Van? But here's what that is, y'all. And I'm going to say this and then I'm done with this review. Basically, what Ryan was saying was the new 9 mag is going to be a actual tattoo shop with working tattoo artists that's about making tattoo money. The old 9 mag is going to continue to be the VH1 show that it is, and I know that I'm going to get maximum drama with Van being the manager, and that's what's going on over there. The new 9 mag is business. It is a 100% business. We ain't got the cameras going on in here. We ain't got a whole bunch of that other stuff happening over here. The dramatics. No. The old 9 mag, yeah. Take them VH1 cameras over there and y'all act a fool and y'all do what y'all do and get y'all check. The new 9 mag, don't come over here with no camera and don't come over here if you ain't trying to get no tattoo. See what I'm saying? That's what that is. That's how I took what he said. And we'll see how next season rolls out. But I just felt like that Ryan was like, I took this opportunity when it came to me to do the TV show. Now, though, I want to be a lot more legit with my business side, and I'm going to separate the two. I told y'all at the beginning of this season, if you go back to my earlier reviews from this season, a friend of mine he's a tattoo artist, and he follows a lot of this stuff, and he was saying how Ryan was really disenchanted with the whole situation because of the antics from the show. It has cost him some other things he wants to do. He sort of was not allowed, or was he wanted to be invited to participate in some of the things with Chance the Rapper with the nonviolence and stuff like that, and because of the image from the show, he couldn't do the things he wanted to do. Now he eventually was able to get some things done, but the show really hampered him from being able to do some other things he wanted to do outside of 9 mag and VH1. And so I think that he found a way to make both work for him. They could still use the 9 mag brand, but not necessarily 9 mag. Does that make sense? So that's how this whole thing went down. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in them comments, please.